Welcome to Simply Outdoors show number 2. I hope you are ready because we've got quite a show for you. My name is Guy Martin, your host, and I am with
Lou Novak, your co-host.
Yes, sir. And this week, like I said, sit down comfortably and be ready because we've got videos for you. We're going to be talking about hunting. But to begin, let's say that this new year has just started. And on behalf of the folks here at Simply Outdoors, we want to wish you a happy new year and a safe and good new year. And I'm sure, Lou, you've got wishes for our listeners also.
Yeah, I just, like to wish everybody out there, our listeners and our vloggers, happy new year and a prosperous year for 2017. 2016 was an eventful year, and for me personally, with all of my hunting activities this year, was a good year. But I'm looking forward to 2017, and hope you are here to join with us.
Exactly. And Lou, deer season just ended for you out in Ontario. Tell me a bit about it.
Yeah, it just finished on December 31st, which was just the other day. And I acquired this new piece of property there in the middle of November, and I've seen a lot of deer, a lot of potential, a lot of 6-pointers, a lot of 8-pointers, lots of does funneling through this whole entire forest area. It was just pretty much for me, like I said, starting in November. I didn't know the land properly very much. I wasn't able to scout the property as much as I usually do in my pre-setups in my hunting and setting up my tree stands and my ground blinds. So it was a little bit difficult to find out exactly where the deer were funneling, in and out of the forest, where they're coming out to graze and stuff like that. So yeah, this year, 2017, it looks to be, and it's going to be, a successful year for me, I'm hoping, by having all my pre-setups early done in the springtime. So what I've done is actually I've set up a little video on how I set up and when I start to set up. So here's my video, and hope you enjoy it.
Hey folks, Lou Novak here, co-host Simply Outdoors. I just wanted to go over this week's episode. It's pre-season setting up for deer season here in southern Ontario. There's no better way of doing this than actually doing a live show here, sitting in my ground blind, archery deer season here in southern Ontario. So I just want to tell you a little bit about how I set up for archery deer season here in Ontario. First thing is, what I do is I talk to the farm owner and the landowner. If it's a new piece of property, I like to ask the property owner if he's seeing where the deer are coming out, where they're funneling through, if there's a bedding area in the area, ponds, water sources, the different types of trees in the area. And then after that, I like to do scouting. I'll go to the property. I'll start usually in the middle of June. And what I do is I walk the property, put some game cameras out, check out the wooded areas, see where they're funneling through, see where they're walking through actually, and bedding. So that it gives me a better opportunity to know where I'm going to put up my ground blind or my tree stand in the area. If I'm going to be overlooking a cornfield, what kind of feed is going to be out there in the field from the farmers? If it's going to be soya, if it's going to be corn, if it's going to be just a grazing cattle field or something like that. So I like to know all those things before I start doing my hunt, because it gives me a good indication and time of knowing where the deer are funneling through or a bedding area, and then it gives me great opportunity to go into those areas, set up my tree stands, look for signs, scrapes, and obviously deer. So that's one thing. When I'm setting up my ground blinds and my tree stands, what I look for is the direction. Where am I going to be facing? which way is the sun coming up, which way is the sun going down. Also, wind direction, very important, especially in the tree stand and in the ground blind too, but mostly in the tree stand. Like the wind facing me, hitting me in the face, and the wind is blowing behind me. So I like to face west most of the time, or southwest most of the time, because that's where the wind usually comes from most of the time. And then the ground blinds, I like to tuck them in, preferably just inside a tree line, facing the field, or even inside the trees. Good spots are inside trees, the tree lines as well, you know, if they're walking through. What I like to do is also when I'm setting up ground blinds, I bush them in really good, and then I sit there. I put game cameras in front of all my tree stands, all my ground blinds, and when I'm able to put food source out there for the deer as well, because it is legal here in Ontario. You're allowed to put a food source out for the animals. I like to do is put out some apples, and then I also get a mixture of corn, molasses, wheat, mix that all up, and then I put it out in the field about 25 yards away from me. So those are types of different setups that I like to do. And then what I do is I put game cameras up. I go there once a week, look at the feed, see if anything's been coming through, look for signs, look for doe tracks, buck tracks, and everything like that in the area. Then I keep putting bait out, feed for the deer, just to make sure that they're going to come in the whole entire summer, and look at these game cameras. Look at the pictures, look at the videos, see what types of deer are coming in, mature does, mature bucks, young bucks, fawns, and I start giving them, the typical bucks, like this area here where I'm sitting right now. I've got 2 6-pointers, 2 4-pointers, and 1 giant 8, but a lot of does. So if the right time and presentation comes in effect, I will like to take a nice mature doe down for management purposes. And like I said, there's a lot of does in this area. So anyways, that's part of my pre-setup. Everybody has little different techniques on how they prepare doing their setups, when they start doing it, when they are setting up tree stands. So most hunters that I know, they already have tree stands set up there, so the deer are used to it. And that's one big thing is that when I'm setting up on a new piece of property, I want to make sure that I start early in the season. Make sure that the deer get used to that tree stand or ground blind in those areas, so it doesn't spook them away. So then when the time comes for deer season to start, I can just walk right in, get up on my tree stand, or go in my ground blind, and they don't think of anything or anything's going on while I'm sitting there. So those are just little tactics that I like to use, and yeah. So see what happens this year, and good luck to you, and see what happens.
Well, I hope you really enjoyed that video that I did while I was out sitting in my ground blind. And I hope it's very informational for you. And I just like to do that every year. I'm always doing that, pre-scouting, making sure that I'm sitting in the right areas, or setting up my locations for my tree stands, my ground blinds, and everything like that. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and back to you, Guy.
Yeah, and Lou, it is very important, because it makes a difference between a good and a mediocre or simply bad season, because a lot of hunters come in the field and they just set up, period, and thinking that deer are coming to us, and I was guilty of that when I was back in Kentucky. I didn't have time. I was quite busy. I just set up there, and come to find out that I had not very so good seasons, and but it's very, very helpful, and like you said, I hope it is helpful to hunters out there. And Our second video this week, well, we're not going to be in a ground blind, so you saw that Lou was cold there. So we're in studio, actually right by the Christmas tree in my living room. We're going to be talking about a 3-pack safety system. What I like to carry, you know, and the way I like to carry my, you know, stuff that I need while I'm out in the field, while, you know, I'm leaving home. I want to make sure that I've got, you know, stuff with me. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of you will say, well, safety. We'll never talk enough about safety, I think. It's such an important part of our outings, you know, because there's still too many hunters or hikers or just people going out, you know, gathering mushrooms in the woods, getting lost in the woods with nothing on them to even make a fire. And it's pretty sad, and makes a difference between life and death, right?
Yeah, it definitely does. You know, I'm always safety first, as you know, Guy, and you know, and that's this is going to be a great part of the show that you brought to us all. Yeah,
so let's go right away and to the video, and we'll come back after, and we'll talk about what's coming, you know, to the show afterwards. So, welcome to Simply Outdoors. Holidays are over. Now we're starting a new year, and I thought to myself, what a better way to start it than talk about safety. I know you guys will probably say, well, you know, we talk about safety, a lot of people talk about safety, but we'll never talk enough about safety, okay? I just want to take a few minutes to show you what I have. I have what we call a 3-pack system, okay? And it's very, very simple, but yet it can save your life. I think it is very important. So we'll go through them real quick. Won't take that much time. Let's see here. Let's start with my little carry-on that I don't leave in a car, okay? And for obvious reason, you will see, I have all kinds of little stuff in there. Stuff that I like to carry with me all the time that is very useful. Okay? I guess you guys all know what this is. Toilet paper? Yep, I always carry toilet paper. I always carry an extra pocket knife. Okay? I'll leave it in there. I've got one of those here. You might think, what is this? Okay, this is a rechargeable battery that will charge your cell phone. Okay, very important. So I don't leave that in a car. So I've got that here in the house with me all the time, which I always carry. I have my little compass with me all the time. I carry that all the time, and I'll explain it to you on another show. It is very important, and it did save me from getting lost. I was really lost because my GPS had no extra batteries. Anyway, and I was in Kentucky. I was wild turkey hunting. I always have my little useful tool here. You guys all know what this is. Okay, multiple tools in there. Always have that with me, on me, when I'm in the woods. Okay, now the second part of this little container is I like to carry around my neck a little knife. You'll say, wow, this guy carries a lot of knife. Yeah, I do. 3, as a matter of fact, on me all the time. A bracelet, which I put on my wrist before leaving. Paracord, okay, we can see it. Very important, okay. Naturally, our headlamp, you never know, okay. Always have it with me. And my friend, the little GPS, okay, which I always have. So obviously you know why I'm not leaving this in the car, okay, because the GPS may freeze, the compass also, and you know, I'm up north. I'm in the Abitibi area, which is 8 hours north of Montreal. Okay, if you want to Google this, it's Rouyn Noranda, R-O-U-Y-N, Noranda, N-O-R-A-N-D-A, 2 words. So Google this and you'll see it is pretty far up north. So this is what I take when I leave, okay? Essentials. This is what I leave in the house and carry with me in the car. Now, you will say, okay, but it's not the essentials. No, because here's the big guy that I leave in my truck. It's an Army backpack, and I'll tell you what, let's go through the center of it, and you know, you'll see what I have in there, and I'll explain to you why I have it in there, because every piece is very essential. Okay, naturally, well, here, I'll get this out of the way. Canteens, always carry canteens with me all the time. Very useful, always have them. My very good friend, the saw. Yes, you can have folding ones. I have all kinds. Always have my axe, small axe, and I've got a bigger one in the truck also that I have. Okay, now remember, this is the pack that I leave in my truck. Okay, now this is one of the things that I will carry at all times. And extra socks for me, extra socks for my wife, an extra belt, okay, beanie, extra beanie, extra cap, okay, this when it gets real cold, okay, you all know what this is, extra pair of gloves, extra pair of mitts, okay, always have them with me, and, oh yeah, toilet paper, always toilet paper, and you can always use that bag also for water or whatever. Now, need I say what this is? Okay, in there you've got all the necessary stuff. Okay, inside of this, Tylenols. Inside of this, I've got some Band-Aids. I've got some Vaseline in there with cotton swab to start a fire. Always, always, always useful. In here, well, lo and behold, a small candle and some matches. Okay, that's a small screwdriver that's always been in there. I've kept it in there. And this is bandage, compress. Okay, always have that with me at all time because you never know what can happen. Okay, I have this in my truck. If anything ever happens, depending on the type of outings that I'm going to be doing, well, I may transfer this to my yet to be seen third pack, which I backpack that I'll carry in the woods with me. Okay, naturally, here we go. Plastic bags again, and more toilet paper. Okay, those are field dressing gloves. Okay, which you never know if you're going to kill some. And oh yeah, this I put around my belt before I leave, no matter where I'm going. Okay, this was made by a good friend of mine down in Florida, Ricky Wallace. By the way, Ricky, let me show you. Hey, always sharp. I always carry this with me. I always have one around my neck and an extra knife in my pocket. If I lose one, I've got one. And a tarp. Always have a tarp. You never know what can happen. If you're stuck in the woods for overnight, you got your tarp. Now, in the side pockets, you know, the front pockets, there's two front pockets. There's one of them that I will have all kinds of knickknacks for fire, and also to tie, you know, your tarp or those. See, and it's wet, but this will start a fire. Okay, those are the big matches. Believe me, they will start a fire, even though the box is wet. It doesn't matter. And you know as well as me, starting a fire in the woods, when it's 30 below, first thing you should be doing, okay? Oh yeah, if the GPS don't work, you forgot your compass, well, you could always mark your trail, okay? Marking your trail may be the difference, you know, in coming home tonight or not. So hundreds of people every year just go on an afternoon outing and never come back from it. So this is very important, okay, very important. Don't take anything lightly. In there, again, look, I've got birch bark, a box of matches. I do even have a mirror in there. If you get lost, well, guess what? If you get lost, you're not going to be stuck that much, okay? Once you've got a fire and you can be located, you'll be all right. Fire starter again. Fire starter, instant fire starter. I'll stress you guys, those are homemade candles. All it is tuna box, okay? Just a tuna can, I mean box. A tuna can, cardboard that I've rolled around. Put a few wick, which you can't see them right now, but there's wick that I pull out of there, okay? And just light them on fire. This will give you warmth, will give you light also. It can save you. It's in your car. If you get into run out of gas and you're way out in the boondocks, hey, these things will save you literally, okay? No smoke, no nothing. This will save you. And naturally, and you'll see I've got quite a few of them in there. I got 4 emergency blankets. Emergency blankets will be used as tarp, will be used to wrap you around if you fell through the ice, if you're cold by a fire. We'll even do a reflector by the fire. So I've got 4 of them in there. Now on the other side, carbine. Always carry those big guys around for toting stuff. Tent pegs, always useful with a tarp. I've got those little neat, they call them tarp clamps that I've got at the dollar store. Hey, I've got 2 packs. There's 4 in each. You don't make holes in your tarp, you see. You don't even have to make holes. They just snap on there. Use them. Very good, by the way. Very, very, very good. Okay. Smaller carbine. And paracord. Always have paracord with you. Always, always, always. In that small pack. Up north here, we've got a lot of rabbits, okay? So, if you're stuck and you're hungry, well, here you go. You can save your life just with this, okay? So this is about what I have in my backpack, the big backpack. Now, naturally, I don't carry this with me all the time, okay? This is in my truck. Now, I've got another system here, which this I carry, okay? Carry around my back. I already have a few things in there, but there's compartments in there, you see. I will be putting my saw, and I will be putting my axe in there, and I carry them in there. Okay, carry them in there, and the system is very, very easily here. put them around my back, carry them on my back, and I'm gone. I always carry, you know, depending on where I'm at, where I'm going, always have on you, no matter what, always have on you something to start a fire with. This is the most important things that you have. I always carry one of those. Doesn't weigh nothing, but if you need water, got them. See, I've got two. Always carry one of them. Another important thing that we don't always think about is those little warmer. Okay, they'll give you a few hours of warmth. Okay, I'll give you a trick. I'll let you in on something important. Don't carry them in your pocket. Carry them close to your heart. If you got a jacket, you got a pocket inside, carry them around your heart. Why is that? Well, this is your pump. Okay, this will send your blood through your body. So what is it? It warms your heart. It warms your entire body. Okay, it will send hot blood through your body. When I say hot blood, but warm blood, you know what I mean. I mean, it's always very useful. It will give you up to 7 hours of heat. Naturally, the fuel that goes with it. Please do not forget it. But first thing to do, remember, you're lost. I know the feeling is not a good one because I did get lost a few times. But the very first thing to do, start up a fire. So that way you'll minimize, okay, your chances of, you know, hypothermia. If you're wet, if you're ice fishing, you know, if you're ice fishing, yeah, bring paracord, your paracord, put it in the pack that you're going to carry. You know, I mean, carry the stuff that you need, but always have it handy in your truck, you know, because if you're going out fishing, ice fishing, if you're going out just to get chugga, which I do very often, I get out, and the best time to do it is after there was frost, you know, minus 25 frost. Well, I don't go out in the minus 12, which I do, yeah, but you know, you don't have to go, but at least you go in the wintertime. People that gather chugga in the summertime, well, won't go there, but it's not that good. But I did go chugga hunting a few times right from my truck. I mean, I parked my truck, got in the woods, left everything behind besides naturally my axe and my wood chisel, and got lost. And nothing to start a fire with. And nothing, because why? I was just looking around. Oh, I found a chugga here. Oh, found another one there. Oh, found another one there. Oh, wow, you know, and just got away and away and away and away and away. And, well, I was far. I was far from my truck. So now, first thing I make sure I have with me is my lighter. Okay? You could always have your Zippo with you. And this one won't light because I hadn't put any gas in there. But I always make sure it's filled up before I go. Okay, matches also. Always carry with you something to make a fire with. This is the most important thing. Okay, let's say you're lost in a big forest and you're, I mean, miles away from any civilization. You're in your snowshoes and you're walking. Let me tell you, your GPS, be good. Your compass is good, but if you haven't taken any bearings or anything, where you at? You're lost. Okay? Making a fire, always the best thing. I will not be, you know, extending this much longer because, you know, we'd say that 75% of the people that get lost, they get lost on menial hunting. I mean, menial outing. They're just going out for a walk, you know, and so, well, I'll go and gather chugga, or I'll go and gather mushrooms in the woods. Or I'll go, you know, small game hunting. I'll go coyote hunting, and then we just trek, boom, we get lost. You know, nobody means to get lost, but we do. And I mean, and when we do, it is important to have the right stuff. So please, we want to see you in 2017. We want you to be here on Simply Outdoors. And if you liked what you heard from this show, please pass it on to others. We'll be here week after week after week after week from now on, and we want you to enjoy. So, and I know there's one thing that's missing here, and I purposely done this to have your comments. There's a very important part of my equipment that I have not shown you, okay? And it is very important, very, very important. I have talked throughout this video about fire. Okay, what's the best way to start a fire that I haven't showed you? Well, leave it in the comments. So my name is Guy Martin. I am a co-host with Lou Novak. We're going to enjoy this show with you. And like I said, you know, week after week we'll bring you always the best. So this week I thought I was going to start this out with safety, because safety in the winter time and a cold time is the most important thing. Okay? So don't forget to leave your comments down below, okay? Let us know what you think about our show. Let us know also what's missing. What do I have here? A very important tool. And if I dare to say the most important, don't say a gun or a bow. No, which is very important if you're going on naturally, okay? Important clothes, no, it's something else. Please leave us your comment. We'll see you next week right here on Simply Outdoors. Guys, have a great and mostly safe week. If you're out hunting, why not tell us? If you're out fishing, why don't you tell us? Let us know. Send us your videos. Okay? Have a great week. Here we go. Hoping that you guys liked this video. And like I was saying, there's a very important part in there that I left out. And I want you guys to you know, go back and leave us some comment. What do you think I left out from that video? So we'll see if you guys are really safety oriented, because it's a very important part, and I know you are. I'm teasing you, but we love to have your comments, so let us know. And like I mentioned on the show, I mean on the video, if there's anything else that you know, ideas that you have, let us know, and we'll gladly put some videos out there about things that you're asking. And Lou, I know that you have a product that I don't have in my backpack, which I will have very soon also. I will acquire that product, and I want you to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I'm proud to say that I'm owner and president of HFC Outdoors Inc. It's a product that I've acquired a couple of years ago and opened up the company years ago. It's called Call of the Wild Compostable Cloths. So basically what it is that it's a cloth that's been compressed, and all you do is you add any kind of liquid, from water to any kind of hygiene, cleaning. Even if you get injured out in the forest, you're able to use it as a hygienic cloth, so you can wipe off. You know, if you're cut yourself, you can wipe your cut open, your wound open, or whatever like that. And you can also use it as sort of like a tensor bandage and wrap it around your wound or anything like that. So here's a little video that I was acquired by Ridge Road Outdoors, that I'm affiliated with in the United States and now in Canada as well. So here's a little clip about my product, and hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you after.
When you're out in the wild, whether that be hunting, camping, or fishing, chances are at some point you're going to need to clean your hands. The Call of the Wild compostable cloth is highly absorbent, hygienically safe, and exceptionally soft. It's a cloth that's best used when moist or wet, and great for your face, hands, body cleansing, and toiletry.
Hi folks, my name is Lou Novak, proud owner of HFC Outdoors Inc. I'd just like to introduce you to a new product called Call of the Wild Compostable Cloths. Very durable, very strong, and when you're finished with it, you can discard it any which way you place or feel. If you're in the forest, if you're hunting, if you're harvesting your animal, cleaning fish, washing your pants, camping, all you have to do is you can just discard it in the forest.
To use the cloth, simply place the cloth in water and watch it expand into a 12 by 15 inch washcloth. The waterproof Carrington is great for easy transportation and holds multiple cloths in the container. What's so great about this product is that it's a compostable cloth, with its main ingredient being cellulose. For those who are unfamiliar with cellulose, it's the most abundant and renewable biodegradable material found on Earth, particularly in trees. Cellulose fibers are made from nature and returned to nature. So what better way to appreciate the land that you're hunting, fishing, or camping on than with a Call of the Wild compostable cloth? If you have products or services ready for the outdoor market, be sure to contact Ridge Road Outdoors.
Ridge Road Outdoors is the new explosive digital marketing platform for the outdoor industry.
Open your company's digital store at Ridge Road's Marketplace today.
Yeah, so that is all about my product. Call of the Wild compostable cloths by HFC Outdoors. You can look at my website. It's www.hfcoutdoorsinc.ca and check out all the information about the product, and you can purchase it on there. So check us out, HFC Outdoors Inc.
Yes, and you can also make sure that I'll have one in my pack. That's very useful.
Yes, definitely. No, I'll make sure that you'll have 1 or 2 packs for sure.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in need of it because I remember many times that I could have used them. Let me tell you. Oh golly. So we'll do some videos on that too, on the uses of that cloth, because it's really nice. And Lou, next week we're gonna be talking about pre-rut.
Yes, we're going to talk about pre-rut, what you can see in the deer's life cycle of what they're going to be doing. If they're going to be scraping, scenting, and all that sort of stuff. How do you prepare for pre-rut? What you can expect from the deer, and what kind of signs you'll see from the deer in pre-rut. So yeah, stay tuned for next week. It's going to be a great show. Exactly,
and I'll be coming in with my 2016 moose hunt. We'll give you a small preview because I'll have a 3-part shows, 30-minute shows that will be airing later in January. So we'll be introducing you to what I have done in that season and the type of season that we had here in Abitibi, Témiscamingue area, northern Quebec. So it'll be a lot of fun. Please don't miss out on that show because you'll regret it. And it's already coming to the end of this show. And let me tell you, we're having a good time here at Simply Outdoors, me and Lou. And we enjoy having you every week. And now, Lou, you've got your website that people can contact you if they want any questions on your products.
Yeah, you can contact me or reach me at www.hfcoutdoorsinc.ca, or you can reach me at my email address at lnovak@hfcoutdoors.ca. And also you can obviously see from the video that we did there from Ridge Road Outdoors, you can check out our product out there and you can order from there as well.
Exactly, and you can also, you will be able to see a banner here on simplementpleinair-simplyoutdoors.ca. That's our website that should be ready within the next week. I'm working very hard at it, and we're putting it together, so it's interesting. There'll be lots of info on there also. So please reach us, and you will see. You can contact us. You just click on Lou, and you will have his email and all that. All his info is going to be on there. So if you want to reach, just please go ahead. If you have any questions for us, we'll be more than happy to answer them. If you have any suggestion, we'll be more than happy to listen to them also. This is what we want to do here at Simply Outdoors. So, Lou, you've got a word of wisdom for us this week to end the show?
Word of wisdom. Patience is a virtue.
Exactly. Patience is a virtue when we're hunting, and you know, being outdoors is a blessing that we have, because so many people cannot be outdoors. You know, they're confined to their houses, they're confined to different places. Hey, let's get outdoor, let's play, let's have, you know, the fun that we had when we were kids outdoor. No questions asked, let's get out there. Okay, until next week, me and Mr. Lou are saying goodbye.